So we're going to start with the homework, and then we're going to do a little activity to review. And then we're going to continue to the next topic. All right? Well, let's begin. This guy Vasquez, man. Vasquez, your microphone is on, man.
No, no tengo la cámara. La cámara. Pero sí.
That name Vasquez. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. All right, everybody. Let me hear your hypotheses on these sentences.
I want to be the first.
All right. Sounds good to me. We finished number 2, so all you had to do was number 3 and number 4 and number 5. So yes. Tell me, what do you have for number 3? Can you please first read the situation and then tell us.
Okay. Joshua's neighborhood were making too much noise late at night. He opened the window and yelled at them. What's the right thing to do? What else would he have done? The first one. He could have said, you have to know people. Okay. I could have used earplugs. I could have, okay. He could have used earplugs, or me. I don't know how to say, he or me.
He could have used earplugs. Okay, yes.
Okay. Pick up. I could have called the police.
I? Why I?
Yes, I confused. He could have called the police. And he could have went to the house and speak with them.
All right, yes, all of those sound good. Hold on. All right, and number 4, does anybody want to share theirs for number 3?
I have one, but I'm not sure if it's correct.
Tell me.
He wouldn't, I have to read again the question or not? No, that's okay. He wouldn't have yelled to them. He should call the police and that's it. That's what I have.
Okay, but you put would and then should. The question says could. Remember, I told you to use the same modal as the question.
So he couldn't have yelled to them. Is not correct, I said. Maybe he shouldn't have yelled to them. He could call the police and that's it.
Okay.
Should
have called the police.
Could, and he shouldn't.
That would have been okay. He could have called the police.
Okay.
That's something that Romero already said.
Yeah.
But the other one, what did you say? Yelled at him? Remember, this is talking hypothetically. You cannot talk about yelling because that happened in real life.
Mm-hmm.
He did yell. He opened the window and yelled, so it's not hypothetical. It happened.
So it is and shouldn't also.
Okay, he shouldn't have yelled. Okay, yes. Maybe you can put that for, what was the right thing to do? He shouldn't have yelled.
Okay. Can I read the number 4?
Sure.
Wait. I have my third, but it's so long. Just hear it. Joshua wouldn't have yelled to his neighbors, and then he should have called to the police, and that's all.
Okay.
And maybe he could be more polite with his neighbor and ask that it's possible that they can reduce the noise.
Yes, that's true. He could, look, remember, he could have been more polite. He could have been more polite.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm letting in these students in.
Trae 3 cristales de por sí.
All right.
Es azúcar,
And
sal, sodio, o sea, todas estas son proteínas del agua normal. Aunque la
Hey,
que no
close the mic.
Vasquez point 2.
Ah, chingado.
It's like Vasquez.
All right.
All right, number 4. Hello, Anna, and hello, Marco.
Hello, teacher.
All right, Anna, can you read number 4, please?
Number.
Give us your answers.
Yes, you want me to read
Yes.
the answer or the given, the instructions?
No, read number 4, like the situation, and then give us your answers.
Oh, yes. It says, Nathan's parents disapprove of one of his friends, so he got angry and yelled. You are so narrow-minded. What do you think of his reaction? What else could he have said? Okay. And my answer was what he could have done would have been this. He could have asked their parents for another chance to know much better his friend. And I had 3 answers. Only one? Or you want me to say the other 2 ones? Okay. He could
Tell us.
only one?
Tell us. Tell us all your answers.
Okay. The other one says, he couldn't have said that unpleasant phrase to his parents. You are so narrow-minded, because it would only get the things worse, because your parents will always want to have the reason, and you must respect them. And the other one was, he could have asked specifically for the reasons for they to think like this of his disapproval, of their disapproval.
Yes, he could have asked them, not they, them specifically.
Yes, I said he could have asked them specifically for the reasons for they to think like this.
For them to think like this.
I mean,
For them.
Yes, for them.
But yes, but your answers are good. Grammatically, they are correct. Right? Just change they for them.
Okay, thank you.
All right, very good. Marco, do you have anything?
Yes, because there is a preposition.
Yeah. Okay, for start, hello everyone. Okay, we are number 4, right?
Yes, sir.
Nathan's parents disapproved of one of his friends, so he got angry and yelled, you are so narrow-minded. Question number 1, what do you think of his reaction? May I answer my personal view? Firstly, he he would have thought why his parents were disapproving his friendship. Then he would have been more polite and less rude with his parents. Can you hear me?
Well, yeah, but why did you use would?
Why not? Good question.
Because it's not correct.
Why?
It's not correct because the question is saying what else could. So all of your answers have to use could.
Yes, what else?
For everything?
Yes.
Could?
Yes, you know. And let me explain. Could is asking you for the possibility, right? And you're responding with would. You're telling them how you would react. It's not about you. It's about Nathan, his parents, and Nathan.
So need to be could.
That's
But okay, but the answer that's okay. Only I need to fix the would. Or
I don't know. I forgot, man. Can you repeat it again?
Okay. Third, what do you think of his reaction? This is my answer. Firstly, he would have thought why his parents were disapproving his friendship. Then he would have been more polite and less rude with his parents.
Yeah, if you change would have for could have, it would be correct.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yes.
The next, what else could he have said? He could have been yelling at his parents too. That's correct or not?
He could have yelled at his parents too.
Mm-hmm. He could have been yelling at his parents too.
Él podría haberle gritado a sus papás.
Oh, you speak Spanish, man.
Yes, yes. But look.
It's the first thing we have to hear Spanish, man.
Él podría haberle gritado a sus papás, pero sí les gritó.
Que ya les había gritado.
Remember, this is hypothetically, so it can't. That wouldn't be correct.
What else could he have said? ¿Qué es lo qué otra cosa pudo haber él dicho, cierto? He could have been yelling. I understand, yeah. I was confused, man, sorry.
But I mean, how can you fix that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how can you fix that?
He could have been yelling at his parents.
Can I say my answer?
Hold on, Romo. He could have been yelling. It's not correct because he did yell. Remember, could have, would have, and should have are hypothetical. That means this never happened. Mm-hmm. But the yelling did happen. He did yell. So it's not hypothetical. It's real life. What else could he have said? He should have what?
He should have been yelling at his parents too? No.
Él hubiera gritado a sus papás. Sí les gritó. Esa es la cosa. Sí les gritó.
Mm-hmm.
He did yell. So it cannot be anything about yelling. Unless it should. He shouldn't have yelled. No les hubiera gritado. He shouldn't have yelled.
So he shouldn't have been yelling at his parents too. Yes.
Hey, yes.
Okay, mine.
But the question says, what else could he have said?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So look, think of an answer right quick, and I'm going to return to you, Marco. Okay? Let's see, Romo.
Yes. Let me say. He could have said, you have to know people before judging them.
Ooh, nice one.
The next one. He could have said, they need to be open-minded to trade people.
Okay.
And then finally, he could have said, he's not what he appears. He's not what he appears.
He's not what he appears to be.
Yes.
Okay.
To be.
Appears to be.
It's correct?
Yeah, it's good. And Michelle?
Okay, Nathan should have take it easy. They never will change their minds. He wouldn't have said that. He could have kept his mouth closed. And just, you know, just forget fun. You don't need to say nothing.
Narration, yeah.
What?
If you have a friend, you don't need to say, hey, I'm going to visit my friend, or I'm going to get fun with my friend. Just keep your mouth closed and get fun with your friends. And don't say nothing, man. Just that.
Sounds good, sounds good. All right.
I live the same situation.
Yeah?
Yes. So it's
Seriously.
my own idea about it. If they don't permit something, I do it. And that's it.
Yeah, it's your life, right? All right. But look, Michelle, I heard you say would. Can you repeat the sentence with would again?
He wouldn't have said that. And that's it. Just one. He wouldn't have said that. Then he could have kept his mouth closed.
Yes.
I like the get. He could have said.
And he could have kept his mouth closed. All right. Now, but look, in this case, you cannot say would. Would. You can't say would. And let me explain why, guys. I kind of explained it yesterday, but maybe I need to do it again.
Can I say something?
So one moment, please. One moment. Look, would have is to imagine your behavior, not the other person's behavior. All right? The only time you can imagine another person's behavior is if you know the person really well. Okay? All right. Now, some people that you know really well, maybe your mom, your dad, your sister, your best friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, those are people you know really well. So let's look at number 4 again. Nathan's parents disapproved of one of his friends, so he got angry and yelled, "You are so narrow-minded." What do you think of his reaction? Okay, I know myself, so I can say his reaction was unnecessary. I would have just continued being his friend, like Michelle said, but without my parents knowing. All right. Now, that is me. I know my behavior. Now I'm going to imagine my sister's behavior. I know my sister really well. So I could say my sister would have also yelled because she's crazy. Now, let me translate it to Spanish. His reactions, oops, reactions. His reaction.
Yes.
His reaction was unnecessary. I would have just continued being his friend without my parents knowing. Su reacción fue innecesaria. Yo hubiera continuado siendo su amigo sin que mis padres supieran. All right. Yo hubiera continuado porque yo me conozco. Es lo que yo hubiera hecho. Mi hermana también lo hubiera gritado porque ella es loca. Yo conozco a mi hermana. Por eso puedo decir would have. All right. Pero si no conoces a una persona, en este caso nadie conoce a Nathan porque es del libro, no pueden usar would have. It's not possible. Would have para la gente que conoces o para ti mismo.
Okay.
All right. Porque te estás imaginando cómo su comportamiento en una situación que nunca fue real. All right.
All right.
It's hypothetical. It's hypothetical. So instead of saying wouldn't have, he wouldn't have said that and he could have kept his mouth shut. You can say he shouldn't have. Okay. Now, should have is a little different. Okay, and I'll explain that in a moment. Miguel, do you still have to say something?
Yeah, I was thinking about the answers. So we have to answer depending on the question. If the question has would, we have to use would also.
Yes. Now, I don't know if you have noticed, most of the questions with would, they have you.
Yeah.
You. What would you? Because you know yourself. You know your behavior. I can't say, what would Diego do? I don't know Diego. I can't tell you about Diego.
Diego.
What would Nathan do? I don't know Nathan.
No.
It wouldn't be correct. What would you do? What would your mom do? Well, a very common question is, what would Jesus do? Because we all know Jesus and how he's supposed to be like this perfect guy. So what would Jesus do? What would your mom do?
My
all right.
girlfriend.
Teacher, can
Yeah,
I
what
say?
would your girlfriend do? Tell me.
Well, we are in exam the same number 4. I'm fixed, but tell me if I'm alright, okay? He shouldn't be yelling at his parents too, according to his Nathan's behavior. That's better?
He shouldn't have been yelling at his parents. Okay. Yes.
Okay, this is the question. What else could he have said? My answer is he shouldn't be yelling at his parents too, according to his Nathan's behavior. Well, talking about behavior, right?
Yeah.
You told us you can use would have according with the behavior. If you know the people, maybe you can. If you know the people, the behavior, you can use would have. Or in this case, we are speaking about myself. Yes. Yep. I can use. Okay. Once again, I can use would have when I'm speaking about someone that I know his or their behavior, and I can speak about myself, and I can use would have.
Yes, if you're speaking about yourself, you can use would have. And in all other cases, use could have or should have. But it all depends.
Sometimes it's confused, huh?
Yes.
It's confused. Oh no, I think I can say should. No, it is would. Why? Because blah 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 blah. No, but this in this case says blah blah blah. No, but check this because they are speaking about behaviors, and so sometimes it's a little confused, you know.
Yeah, it's confusing for some people, and especially that this would is very confusing.
Teacher,
yes.
Can I give another example?
Yes.
But I think maybe it's not right because I said he could have said to his parents, I like both to get closer to him so that you know him better. You'll finally change your mind.
Yeah, and you could finally change your mind, yeah?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
And let's see. What was I about to say? What was I about to say?
Right.
Okay. Would have. I think one of the biggest problems with would have in your case, everybody here, is that, you know, all your life you've used would. All conditional sentences use would, right? What would you do? What would you have done?
Yes.
You know, so you're very used to using would for almost every situation. But when we are talking hypothetically about the past, would only works for your behavior or another person you know behavior.
For another, it could be could.
Could have.
Yeah, so let me write it down again. Okay, look, let's look at the situation. Mike's dad cheated on his wife. Mike's dad cheated on his wife. All right. Boom. Mike's dad cheated on his wife. I could say something like, really? I would have been really mad if I was, or if I were Mike. I would have been really mad if I were Mike. So I am imagining my behavior in this situation, in Mike's shoes. All right. That's one answer. I can also say Mike's dad cheated on his wife. What? My mom would have killed him, because I know my mom. My mom's crazy. My mom would have killed him. All right.
Teacher.
Did I get really mad? Did my mom kill him? No. You know, this is all hypothetical, but we're imagining behavior in a hypothetical situation. It happens a lot. Yes, sir.
What happened when we're speaking about animals in this case? We can use would have, would.
Yeah, if you know your animal, yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
For example, yesterday, 2 thieves came in my house, and my dog didn't do anything. Like, what? My dog would have bit the thieves, or my dog would have attacked the thieves, because I know my dog. My dog is aggressive. All right. So remember, would have is the most confusing one, and could have is for to imagine another possibility. It's like saying, this was a possibility, but I didn't do it. All right. Could have. Our teacher's husband divorced her, and she was really angry yesterday and yelled at the class. I can say, wow. She could have just stayed home. You know, that was a possibility. She could have just stayed home. Should have is to imagine the correct thing. This was the correct thing, but it didn't happen. All right, for example,
Advice.
Our teacher's husband divorced her and she was really angry yesterday and yelled at the class. Wow, she could have just stayed home. Yeah, man. She could have asked the principal for a few days off. You know, she could have asked the principal for a few days off. Or I can also say she should have asked the principal for a few days off. Both are correct, man. All right?
Yes.
She should have asked the principal for a few days off. Ella le hubiera preguntado al director por unos cuantos días. Ella le hubiera preguntado. And could have, ella podría haberle preguntado. Podría, posibilidad. Hubiera, lo correcto. All right, so it's kind of like, you know, it's like the same thing in Spanish. So I guess what makes it very difficult is all your life it's wood. And these new models are a little confusing. But anyways, can I erase this?
Yes.
Oh,
Wait a little moment.
wait.
Como no tengo
Yes.
María. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay. Number 5. Michelle, can you read it, please?
Yes. Kathy saw someone in the parked car throw little out of the window. She picked it up and throw it right back into the car. Should she have done that? What would you have done?
So this one is very clear. It says, hey, English teacher, please use should. Hey, please use would. It gives you right there. So, you know, we're imagining Katie, you know, and then there's somebody in a car and they throw the litter out of the window. You know, they're being disgusting humans.
Yes.
So, you know, Katie, she goes to the car, she picks up the trash and throws it in the window again. Which is cool. We need more people like Katie. Especially in a couple parts.
Also, you should be prepared for everything. The Mexican art different. Los de tiempo.
Yes. All right. Should she have done that?
No,
Yes.
she shouldn't have done.
I'm Rose, of course. If you saw whose trash is, yes. You should have given back. If I saw it, I would have yelled bad words first.
Yes.
But if I had had the opportunity, surely I would have to throw back the trash. You know, somebody go driving and maybe you saw the action, but you can reach the car. You only have that option, yell. But if I have the opportunity, yes, I'm throw back the trash. Come on, guys.
I wrote something like that, similar.
Yeah, I don't know if you have ever seen there's like a meme where there is a guy that is picking up the trash. You know, he works as a sanitation, so he's picking up the trash, and he's next to a car, and the car is throwing the trash all the time. All the time. You know what I mean?
The idea is to keep in the pocket or handbag or something, you know?
Yes. I totally agree. All right. And well, does anybody else want to give their opinion?
Yes, I want to give mine.
Hola,
Sally.
Yes.
dime, buenas tardes.
Can I say mine?
Yes, please.
Oh, yes. Okay, says, for me, Kathy shouldn't have done that. I think she was unrespectful doing this because she responded at his same level, the one of a foolish. Maybe, maybe she should have talked to him and analyzed together the situation. Because, for example, in Sinaloa, in Culiacán, where I am from, you cannot do that. Because
Yo recordaba que iba a iniciar. Yo nomás recordaba porque en la hoja me había dicho que era el 14 de agosto, ¿no? Pero bueno, ahorita lo checo.
Sorry. Did you hear my sentence? Yes.
Teacher, what's going on there?
The people is more rude there, right?
I'm hearing too many voices, but nothing in English. Everything is Spanish. Too many conversations. Nothing. It was.
Sorry.
Can I use my sentence or not? Sorry.
Inhale. Exhale.
Hey, it's me, I'm here. What's the matter?
Inhale, exhale.
Is it something wrong? About the sound or something?
No. I cannot listen the teacher.
Yeah, I too.
Maybe he went out.
Can you hear me?
Only mimicals.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Yes, now I get you well.
All right, great. Sorry, man. It's because Vasquez turned on his microphone.
Sorry.
So I had to turn it off, and I think I accidentally turned mine off. But Anna.
Yes.
Can you repeat your sentence again, please?
Yes, but it was a little bit long. Well, I repeat, Kathy shouldn't have done that. She was unrespectful doing this because she responded at his same level, the one of a foolish, okay? Because, yes, I think she should have talked to him and together they should have analyzed the situation. And that's all.
Yes. Yes, yes. The level of a fool, right?
Yeah.
And then you told us a little bit about Jalisco. What's happening in Jalisco?
Jalisco.
This is Sinaloa.
Yes, yes. I'm from Culiacan, Sinaloa. And
Okay.
I said that he was a little bit careless because here in Sinaloa, people are known by sometimes reacting in a rush.
For being rude?
And something bad could happen if you say, why did you do this? And the other person, we don't know how it's going to react. Okay, so better not do that.
Oh yeah, that's true, right? You have a lot of bad people. Yes, yeah, I
It's a
understand.
dangerous place. Dangerous place.
Yes.
I think that's why people don't really speak up over here either.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Well, anybody else want to share their sentences?
Yep.
Go ahead, Marco.
She should have talked with them before throwing the trash. Sorry. She should have talked with them before throwing the trash back into the car because they could have hit her.
Yes, that's true.
Sometimes, because maybe if you saw something if you see something like somebody is throwing the trash or whatever, you say that's bad, so you can do that. But that depends. Maybe if you want to say something in the car, into the car are 3, 4 persons, maybe they are drinking and maybe you don't know what's going on there,
Mm-hmm.
so that's difficult, man. That is a plan, Hey, what are you
Yes.
doing? Maybe you can say, what are you doing? And they, what the hell is going on with you, man? And okay, yes, I'm saying.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
With that answer, can we say can we also use would, or we can only use should?
They ask you what would you have done in that situation.
Because in my answer, I wrote she would have done that to that terrible people because they shouldn't have been throwing trash in the street.
And she would have?
Yes, she
Who
would
is
have
she?
done.
Who is she?
The girl, Katie?
Do you know Katie?
No, I don't.
Yes, that's the only reason why you can't use would for her.
That's true.
You can say Katie should have.
Okay, Katie. Okay, good. Another question. And in the second, for example, Katie should have done that to that terrible people because they shouldn't have been throwing trash in the street, or I have to change the shouldn't for couldn't.
They shouldn't have been throwing trash in the street is okay.
They shouldn't have been.
Yes. Let me see. I need to make sure that you guys understand this before we continue.
Have someone told you that you look like the Weeknd?
Yes. All right. I would have bought some more clothes. Yo hubiera comprado más ropa. I should have bought more clothes.
Maybe.
And I could have
Podría.
bought more clothes.
Debería haber comprado. I could have.
So I cannot look. Let's look at the person in number 5 again. Okay, number 5, the person is Katie. Nobody knows Katie. She's a fictional character in this book. All right, so you can never say Katie would have bought more clothes. You cannot say that. Katie hubiera comprado más ropa. ¿Cómo sabes si no conoces a Katie? You know,
Yes.
that's the thing that I want you guys to notice.
Okay, so it's could or should for a formal relation. And maybe
Her is should, for her is should, no?
It depends if that's what you want to say.
Okay. O could.
Algo que hubiera o debería de haber hecho, should. Algo que podría haber hecho, could.
Mm-hmm. But never good.
Now, because you don't know her.
Exactly.
yes.
All right. Now, is that clear to you?
It's clear to me.
Yes.
This is important, you know. This is one of those topics that are also very common in the San Diego University test.
Yes, it's kind of hard.
Right?
Teacher, can I share another sentence?
Go ahead.
You let me know if it's incorrect.
Me too.
Okay, it says, Kathy should have told him, hey, be careful and don't do the others what you don't want them to do to you.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right. And what's it called? Vasquez Romo,
I'm ready.
your sentence.
Yes. I would have taken to the person in the car and told her that garbage is thrown in his place and in his place. But I hear Miguel or Michael and say they shoot me.
Yes. That's true.
Another say I will have told you that is not fine rule of civility.
Yes.
Teacher, listen to this.
Finally, I would have told him, didn't teach you anything good at home?
They didn't what?
Didn't they teach you anything good at home?
Oh my gosh.
I'm a teacher.
Yes.
I'm a teacher, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Man.
But it's correct. It's correct.
Yeah, yes, that one is correct.
Okay.
Man, I can't believe you said I look like the weekend, man. Maybe it's the hair.
Sorry
It's
for
the
that.
hair.
I was watching one picture about that, and I said, this guy looks like someone I know. And when I saw the picture, it is just like you. Can I share the picture?
Yeah, you can put it in the group if you'd like.
You are dating Selena Gomez.
The weekend is with Selena Gomez.
Yes, look.
Hold
In the
on.
lake.
Listen,
She
look,
died in the
look.
lake. Huh? She died in the lake in California.
It's already in the
I
group.
know.
Look at it.
Okay.
You're having an interview? What? Who is Selena? Who is Selena?
All
Singer,
right.
cowboy, writer, painter, architect, dancer, or what? Who is Selena?
Okay, guys, look. Can everybody see what's here on the screen?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that much better. Mm-hmm.
No, it's
Zoom.
more. That's right.
Okay. So, guys, I want you to, read this a little bit and try to understand everything that is happening. I'm gonna go use the restroom, and when I come back, we are gonna talk about this. Okay. So just read it and try to understand it right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So inversions. That's what we're gonna start talking about today. Inversions. All right. We use inversion in several different situations in English. Inversion just means putting the verb before the subject. We usually do it in question form, right? A normal sentence, you are tired. The question form, are you tired? The verb are is before the subject you. They have changed places. This is called inversion. That is the most common form of an inversion, right? Where you put the verb first and then the subject. You all know what a verb and a subject is, right?
Yes.
Yes.
In most English verse tenses, when we want to use inversions, we just move the verb before the subject. If there's more than one verb, because a verb tense has auxiliary verbs, for example, we move the first verb, right? Now, what it means by move the first verb is, for example, in the present perfect, you use have, and the past participle, have eaten.
Yes.
To make an inversion, you would say, have you eaten? You
Yes.
move the first verb, which is have. Have you eaten? All right.
Mm-hmm.
There are two verb tenses where we just change the place of the verb in the subject.
Mm-hmm.
The simple present with be and the past simple with be. Those are the only two places. That's the only exception where you can actually put the verb before the subject. Okay? Now, with other verb tenses, we change the place of the subject and the auxiliary verb. The first auxiliary verb is if there is more than one. We don't move the other parts of the verb. Okay, present continuous, past continuous, present perfect. Do you know all of these?
More or less. More or less.
More or less.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, I'm not going to explain that because that's easy.
Yes.
When do we use inversion? When do we use inversion? Of course, we use inversion in questions, but we also sometimes use inversion in other cases when we are not making a question. Number one, when we use a negative adverb or adverb phrase at the beginning of the sentence, that is one way that we can use an inversion. Usually we put the expression at the beginning of the sentence to emphasize what we're saying. It makes our sentence sound surprising or striking or unusual. It also sounds quite formal. If you want to give this impression, you can put the negative expression later in the sentence in the normal way. Seldom have I seen such beautiful work. Seldom is at the beginning, so we use an inversion. This sentence emphasizes what beautiful work it is. Seldom have I seen such beautiful work. We emphasize beautiful work. I have seldom seen such beautiful work. Seldom is in the normal place, so we don't use an inversion. This is a normal sentence with no special emphasis. So it sounds boring, basically. Seldom is like hardly ever. I have hardly ever seen such beautiful work.
Rarely?
Ooh, it's very boring.
Rarely.
Yes.
But if I say seldom have I seen such beautiful work, okay, now that sounds beautiful. It's striking, like it's hitting you. It's really strong, powerful, and surprising. Right? Now, we only use inversion when the adverb modifies the whole phrase and not when it modifies the noun. Hardly anyone passed the exam. Okay, so hardly is not modifying the phrase, it's just modifying the person. In this case, hardly anyone. That means not many people. Here are some negative adverbs and adverb phrases that we often use in inversions. Here, things are about to get nice. All right, hardly. Michelle, could you read hardly, never, seldom, at all to on no account, please?
With every example?
Yes, please.
Okay, Harley. Harley had got into bed when the telephone rang. Never had she seen such a beautiful sight before. Seldom do we see such an amazing display of dance. Rarely will you hear such beautiful music. Only then did I understand why the tragedy had happened. Not only does have loved chocolate and sweets, but he also smokes. And no sooner had we arrived home than the police rang the doorbell. Scarcely had I got off the bus when I crashed in the van of a car. Only later did she really think about the situation. No here, right?
Yes.
No here or nowhere?
Now here.
Nowhere.
Nowhere?
Now here.
Yes or no?
No, nowhere.
Okay, nowhere, nowhere have I ever had such bad service. Little did he know. Only only in this way could John earn enough money to survive. In no way do agree with what you are saying. No, on no account should you do anything without asking me first.
All right. Scarcely. I'm writing all of this down on the left. Okay, in the following expressions, can you please read the following expressions, Anna?
Yes. The first one, in no way. In no way do I agree with what you're saying. On no account. On no account should you do anything without asking me first. In the following expressions, the inversion comes in the second part of the sentence. Not until. Not until I saw John with my own eyes did I really believe he was safe. Not since. Not since Lucy left college has she had such a wonderful time. Only after. Only after I'd seen her flat did I understand why she wanted to live there. Only when we'd all arrived home did I feel calm. Only by working extremely hard could we afford to eat. And number 2, we can use inversion instead of if in conditionals with had, were, and should. This is quite formal. Normal conditional, if I had been there, this problem wouldn't have happened. Conditional with inversion. Had I been there, this problem wouldn't have happened. Normal conditional. If we had arrived sooner, we could have prevented this tragedy. Conditional with inversion. Had we arrived sooner, we could have prevented this tragedy.
All right. Now, what that means is, instead of saying the third conditional, you know,
The rule, the structure for a third conditional.
yes, we replace.
Okay.
Replace if and the past if plus the subject,
yes,
plus the past perfect. We replace it.
Yes. If Maria.
For
we replace it.
Had. Subject. Past participle.
Yes.
Right. Had subject past participle. Okay, that happens in the third condition. Let me emphasize that. Okay, that's for the third condition. Next, let's look at the other conditions because there are more.
Yes. Shall I go on or someone else?
Let's see, somebody else. Romo Vasquez.
Yes. Yes. Read the number 3.
Yes.
Okay. We can use inversion if we put an adverbial expression of place at the beginning of the sentence. This also quite formal or literally. On the table was all the money we had lost. Normally sentence, all the money we had lost was on the table. Round the corner came the knights. Normal sentence, the knights came around the corner. Number 4.
Yeah.
We can use inversion after so plus adjective that. So beautiful was the girl that nobody could talk of anything else. Normal sentence, the girl was so beautiful that nobody could talk of anything else. So delicious was the food that we ate every last bit.
Yes.
Normal sentence, the food was so delicious that we ate every last bit.
Right.
Right.
Right. All right. So all of these are happening with inversions.
My gosh.
Now this is like very formal. Very, very, very formal, you know. It's difficult to you because you probably never hear it.
Yes.
All right.
Are we going to have that file?
Are you gonna have what?
That file, that PDF?
What do you mean? I'm not understanding.
If you want to,
Your audio is kind of bad, man.
that if you're going to pass that document to us.
Yeah, I'll pass it to you.
Okay, very good. Pretty good.
All right, and I'm also going to give you this, which is homework. You know, here are your answers, but we're gonna try to do some of them. We're gonna do 1, 2, and maybe 3 if we have time. So on the left, I have some formulas, you know, and based on the formulas and on the expressions, we're gonna try to make these sentences into an inverted sentence. All right. So the instructions say change the sentences so that they use inversions. For example, we had hardly arrived when Julie burst into the house. Hardly had we arrived when Julie burst into the house. Okay. Number 1, John had never been to such a fantastic restaurant. What is the negative adverb there?
Never.
Never, right? So where is never?
Never.
Never.
Is it a number 1, 2, 3, or 4?
1.
2.
Ready? It's in 1.
It's in 1.
Yeah, it's in one. It's right here. One. Let me put a one right here for you so you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are the different conditionals that we just saw. Yeah, and number 1, we see hardly and never. Never is what we want. Okay, so we know that we have to use this formula. So we put the negative adverb, then the auxiliary if there's an auxiliary, the verb, and the subject. So
never had John been
to such a fantastic restaurant.
Such a fantastic restaurant.
Never had John been to such a fantastic restaurant.
All right. Number 2, I in no way want to be associated with this project.
In no way.
In no way. Is it in 1, 2, 3, or 4?
One.
Okay. In no way. And what is the what is the auxiliary?
One.
Want.
Way.
Okay. Want. So it is the present, right? It is the present, right? What auxiliary verbs do you use in the present?
To that verb. Do, does.
The word does. Yes.
No way.
In no way.
Do.
I want.
I to be.
I want in no way
Yes.
to be associated with this project.
Yes. Well, in no way do I want to be associated with this project. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So that's an important note, okay? That's an important note. Don't forget to use
Formula.
do, does, or did for the simple, present,
past,
and past. Okay? Because, only in the simple present and the simple past do you use, well, it's the only one that you don't use an auxiliary verb in an affirmative sentence, right?
Right.
So if I say I eat chocolate, there is no auxiliary.
No.
So in an inversion, you need the auxiliary. For example, do I eat chocolate?
Do I eat chocolate or did I eat chocolate?
Same thing with the simple past. I ate chocolate.
Yeah.
Did I eat chocolate? Would be the question. Okay. And but everything else you need it. I have seen the bird. Have I seen the bird? See, in the affirmative sentence, it already includes the auxiliary, so there's no need to add it. Okay? So just remember, if it is in the simple past, you need to add an auxiliary. Same thing if it is in the simple present. Let's do number 3.
One.
Let's see. Marco, number 3 for you.
Okay, that's in the number. That's number 1. Sooner.
Sooner.
No
Yeah.
sooner.
No sooner.
Huh?
No sooner.
No sooner hot eat dinner than the sailing rush it onto the dining table.
One more time.
Yeah, no sooner had eaten dinner.
Had eaten. You're forgetting your subject.
Yeah. Had eaten dinner.
You listen now.
Had eaten dinner. Mm, than the sailing. Then the sailing crashed onto the dining table.
Dining table.
Dining?
Dining.
Yeah, dining.
Oh, okay. Teacher, so that depends what stage the sentence. For this case, we are speaking, well, you are writing about the past perfect. Yeah, that depends. How we
Yeah,
can make
exactly.
the structure, right?
Yes.
That's the way that we can change. Mm-hmm.
I'm adding this over here. You know, on number one, I'm trying to make this a little clearer. Let me erase everything. Okay, look, this is going to be the formula. You have the negative adverb. I'm going to use abbreviations, okay? Negative adverb plus the auxiliary, okay? The auxiliary or the verb to be. Only the verb to be. Only the verb to be. And then we have the subject. And then we can use the verb. All right? If there is a verb. It all depends on if there is an auxiliary verb. All right? So basically, that's going to be it. All right? I'm going to send both the documents, the one with the explanation and then this one too. I want you to try this one, just using your own knowledge and then check in the back to see if you have the correct information. All right, because you have the answer key in the back. And if you have any doubts, we're going to discuss them tomorrow. All right?
All right.
All right, guys. Well, I will see you tomorrow. Remember, today we discussed a little bit of past modals, would have, should have, could have, and some inversions. And remember, all the topics from the last week and this week are very common on the exam, and that's why we are discussing them. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, guys, it was a pleasure to have you here. I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you. Thank you.
See you, everyone.